Welcome back to Today's Booked. It's me, your host, Chelle. Happy June. It's June, and you know what June means? June means routine. But I'm back with new Bookstagram obsessed queen, Whitley. She's joining us for Iron Flame. It was only right to have her back for the episode.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
Here I am.
Welcome back to the pod, Whitley. Glad you could be here. Thanks.
So glad I'm a recurring guest at this point.
I know. See you back next week.
I'm about it. Who am I, a podcaster now? Hey.
Yeah. This episode is diving into part 1 of the book chapters 1 through 36. And this could get chaotic because this book is so long and we're going to have all the thoughts. But before we dive into Iron Flame, you know what we have to do. Dive into all the things about us, what we've been booked with, our latest obsessions, what we're currently reading. So, Whitley, do you want to kick us off and tell the peeps what you've been booked with?
All right, so I feel like the same things, but it's summertime. So now, instead of being just a inside the house mom, our pool is opened in North Carolina. So we have been venturing to the pool so much more. I feel like I've been traveling, right? I was a traveling girl. I went to Florida.
Fun. Back to our home state
that I'll never go back living again. And
relatable.
Yes, just being a mom that works. That's my life.
Yeah, and you've been, what else?
Bookstagram. And now I'm a bookstagrammer. What am I thinking?
I know.
Because you coerced me into becoming a bookstagrammer. So now I have a bookstagram, and that takes up a lot of time trying to figure out how to keep the peeps engaged and get those followers up.
I just love Bookstagram so much. It's so much fun.
I didn't know it was as serious as it was.
Right? Bookstagram is a whole nother level, and there's a lot of bookstagrammers, and there's a lot of small authors that I never knew about, and I have so many books that I need to read. I'm like, I need to be alive for a million years if I want to read all these books.
But truly, these people are self-publishing books, and I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing. I know. Yeah. And
I love it.
I've made some friends on Bookstagram that live all across the United States, and I'm like, who are these people? But they're also really cool. Hey, let's be book friends and be in a safe place to talk about books. Because unlike your personal, you don't want people to be like, oh, here she goes talking about her books again. Right? Now I know you follow me. I'm going to be talking about books. My name is literally Books with Wit. So sorry, not sorry.
Love it. Yeah. What have I been booked with this week? I finished a tennis match. I ended up winning that against my friend. So yay. Ooh. I have one coming up tomorrow, and I played earlier today with my friend, and I got to work on the serve. The serve is sloppy.
It's not hitting it.
It's not hitting it. And not hitting it in the court in the right spot. So what else have I been doing? Reading Iron Flame, trying to finish book 2 in the Chestnut Spring series. I said I was going to finish that this week on the pod last time. I lied. It's June routine. She's coming in full effect. When we talk on part 2, you're going to be like, oh my God, how many books have you read? It's going to be like, we'll see.
Don't lie. Don't lie, because you're going to be scrambling. Chelle is always scrambling to finish the books in time. And I have a child, and I've already read these books, so I can't say anything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But I'm not reading 2 books at a time over here.
I know. Maybe I should need to just focus on one book at a time and then just finish. I need to go back to my roots of just reading one book at a time.
Yes.
Shots fired. Thanks for calling me out.
I'm here for that.
Yeah, I haven't been booked with anything else. I did berries, tennis. I might be going to the Luke Combs concert. So I'm excited about that because Jordan Davis and Mitchell Tenpenny are playing, and Jordan Davis is my favorite. What else I've been booked with is, as you can see, this stunning, amazing, beautiful bob that I just got. I decided, I need to cut the hair off for summer.
But I love it. It's so cute. And it's fresh and refreshing.
Right? It's so fresh. And look, just bopping around.
How many inches did you cut off?
I don't know. I just said keep going until it looks good.
Chop, 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 chop. Bye-bye.
And then I was like, wait, okay, that's good. But I have like some bangs too. So I was like, you see that little bang?
Oh, cute. Are they the
But
curtain
I'm
bangs?
like, well, I need them to grow a little longer to hit that curtain bang stage. So we're not there yet. But
We're loving the
anyways,
bob.
so thanks. It's a bob in life over here. What are you currently reading? Because didn't you just finish another Sarah J. Maas book?
Yes. So I finished the number 2 of Kristen Senney's The House of Sky and Breath. Now I'm reading number 3, The House of Flame and Shadow. So this is really sad because this is my last Sarah J. Maas book right now that she has published. She is coming out with Akatar 6 and maybe Kristen City number 4. I don't know. There's been rumors, but this is my last one, and I'm so in it, but so sad. And I can't wait for you to one day dive into this universe because the way that she brought things together, I just want to spoon and talk about it so much right now, but I can't because you haven't read it. But it is so good, and it's like not coming out the way I expected it, and I'm stressed. Let me just say, your girl's stressed.
You know, when you get that book stress.
We don't even know who's gonna die, who's gonna live. Like, it is just like, save me.
I feel like Sarah J. Maas is Rebecca Yarros, but on like crack.
Yeah. Oh,
maybe I'll
you'll
just
see.
go read some reviews to see
They're
what
all
she's
good.
about.
Yeah, they're all good. I will say it's very, I don't want to say similar, but definitely when you get finished with Iron Flame, it is a good like hangover for Iron Flame series to get into because it's around the same vibes. At first, you're gonna be like, phase, like what is this? And then you're like, oh, phase, fuck yeah, let's go, like we're about it. Oh, it's so good. You have to.
Eventually. I just have a long WTR, TBR, freaking book club books. Speaking of book club books, so starting the Today's Book Club.
Yes.
So the poll, 50%, Seven Summers by Paige Toon won. So it looks like we're going to be reading that book for book club. She's beautiful. And you need this for your shelf.
Where'd you get it? Target?
It was one of my steals and deals.
I'm going to look on the marketplace, paperback marketplace on Amazon. And that's where they have their deals. Mass paperback marketplace on Amazon.
What do you type that in the search bar?
Yeah. And then you literally will have books that are like $2, $5, $8,
what?
$1.
Well,
brand new.
I believe this is new, like a new release.
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
It's any book, like not used. I mean, you can get used, but it's like new books too.
Okay, what is it called?
Mass Paperback Marketplace.
And you type that in the search bar and all the paperback books that are on the low, the cheap will come up. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for...
Yeah, and so some of them will come up that are like paperback, but like you have to look like under the stars. It will say like, you know how sometimes like paperback, hardcover, whatever.
Yeah.
It will say mass market paperback. So you have to look for those. Like this one, that's a dictionary, but and it has all
some
books.
people could use that. Some people can use that. You never know.
Yeah. So, and if you click on that, and it will tell you what it is on Goodreads. Yeah, and so they're super cheap. Like this book was originally $27.95 on that for $11.
That's a dictionary?
No, this is The Incredible Catholic Mass. It's all books.
Sounds like something I won't be reading, but yeah, go.
Wait. The Jam and Jelly Nook. That's one that's on there for $9. The Jam and Jelly Nook, an Amish marketplace novel.
Maybe we'll learn how to make some Amish jelly.
What is happening?
Those don't sound like bestsellers, new arrivals.
No, I've got so many books. I've got so many books on here.
Use that at your own discretion.
Yeah, it could be good, could be not, but all books are there. Dictionaries, bestsellers, all the
Learn how to make some Amish jam. I think I said Yamish. Learn how to make some Amish jam. Okay, anything that you're obsessed with lately?
Okay, so, I played softball in college.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, currently, is the World Series is happening. So I'm obsessed with that because I get obsessed with every year. So the past 3 weekends, we've had the regionals, super regionals, and then this weekend is the World Series. So I've been obsessed. So Duke, who I'm rooting for, but they just got lost, so they're out. Duke, Oklahoma, Oklahoma State University, Florida.
I feel like Florida's always in it.
Yeah. And then Alabama, Tennessee.
Go Vols.
Was that 8? How many was that?
I don't know. Too many.
I'm missing.
I was thinking there was going to be like 4.
No, there's 8. So, but 2 just got eliminated yesterday. 2 teams.
Which was
now
Duke
6.
and who?
I fell asleep because the game started at like 9:50. So I'm out.
My latest obsessions are probably the same as last week. And then I've also been recently re-obsessed with Florida Georgia line. And yeah.
Why?
Okay, so I was really obsessed with this song called Just a Little Bit, and it's a song with Nelly. I think I played it when we were in Asheville. Remember that when we went to Asheville?
Throwback,
and yes, and I was obsessed with that song and would always want to play it in the car. And so recently it came on my Spotify. And I was like, oh my God. And then Kaylee messaged it to me and I was like, oh my God, I've been listening to this song. And so now I just got really sad because Florida Georgia line is, I don't know what they're doing, but they're like, I don't know if they're broken up or whatnot, but they're doing their own solo career thing. And I just need them to come back together because there are people that love Florida Georgia line like me, that I need a good summer bop.
Well, I mean, I feel the same about
bop.
I feel the same about NSYNC and Destiny's Child, all the things. Like, what are you talking about?
So long ago.
Okay.
I mean, true. Yeah. True.
Backstreet Boys are still together, so I can't say that.
I know, but I just like really need them to, I need a summer bop from Florida Georgia line and I need it now. So I don't know if I need to email their publicist or like make a TikTok
so at
to them.
Florida Georgia line.
Yeah.
Come on, make a song ASAP. It's summer. You need to release it tomorrow.
Exactly. Yes. I feel like they might have something in the archive that they could just like send out, you know? Be like,
this is for you, Chelle.
Yes.
Here you go.
Number 1 fan.
Here's your bop.
Yeah. Just a little bit country. Just a little bit. Okay. So that's what I've been obsessed with, that song. And listening to old Florida Georgia line songs. Not really obsessed with anything else at the moment. I guess we can dive into Iron Flame. So now is a good time to pause or, stop this episode because this is going to be chaotic. It's going to have spoilers. So pause now and then come back after you've read the book.
Or if you're just brave, keep listening.
Right.
You'll just know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And you don't even have to read the book because we're not doing a deep dumpster dive, but we're going to be talking. We're going to be yapping about 1 through 36.
Yeah, and we're the yappers.
Yeah, we do be yapping. Okay, let's just dive into Iron Flame. So
wait, before we jump right in, what are your thoughts so far?
Well, 1, there's a lot happening. I'm a little overwhelmed. Again, I need a Venn diagram. I need a chart of all the characters. There's somebody that I really freaking hate.
Who?
Varish. I hate that man.
Oh my God, what a bitch.
I would like to push him off the parapet.
Yeah, he comes in like kind of soft and like, not soft, but he just like kind of skirts in. And then all of a sudden he's like this major dickwad of a character. And you're like, yes, go away. Where'd you come from?
I was like, dude, were you even in Fourth Wing? Who are you?
He's new.
Like, I would honestly rather have Jack Barlow in the book than Varish, and then Jack just suddenly appeared. Oh, I was like, okay, so now we got 2 losers.
All this shit is just going down, and it's like...
Dude, there's so much to unpack. Like, first of all, let's talk about Jack Barlow is alive. He came back from the dead.
But remember, I kept saying in Fourth Wing, fuck Jack Barlow, because he's a shithead still. He comes back and he's still a shithead. And why is he here?
He saved Violet. And I was like, okay, Jack, you're redeeming yourself. You're coming back brand new. You have this second chance at life. Good for you. Jaw is on the floor. Somebody come pick it up. I am unwell. Seriously unwell.
And I just can't even, you haven't read part 2, so I can't even comment on that, but
I
my
know.
gosh.
And I just am like, well, Violet kills Varish. Yes. Go Violet. If they bring him back
I'm glad you're there. I'm glad you're there because I didn't want to.
Wait, did they bring him back from the dead?
No, I meant he was dead.
Okay.
Because it was like so liberating.
Yes. I was like, yes, go Violet. And then I was so surprised that Dane is showing out this book. He's showing out. And I'm like, okay, Dane, you're back on the nice list. You're no longer on the naughty list. You're getting some Christmas presents.
And he's like going through that, like he doesn't know who he is yet. He's in college, right? He's young. He's trying to figure himself out. And he's like, am I bad? Am I good? But like, I really want to be good. So like, let me redeem myself for the shit I did last book.
Right. Yeah. I was not expecting that when he came to see who they'd been holding captive, and it was Violet. I did not think he was going to turn on Farish. And when he did, I was just like, yes, because he was looking at her memories and
remember, he's like, or she's trying to change her mind to only think of certain things. And
he still sees it. And he still sees.
But she tries to show him all the things about
like Liam's death. He starts telling some things, but then I think Varish asks, is this the dagger that was used? And he was like, let me see it. And then he turns on Varish. And I was like, shook.
Thank God.
I was like, Dane, finally.
Finally. I was waiting for you to get his redemption because he really is like such a cunt in the first book. And then like he has his moments in this book where you're like, okay, do we hate him? Do we love him? He's still kind of iffy. But
yeah. And that makes me think about the part where Violet and Dane are sparring.
Oh, yeah. And she's trying to get him not to touch her.
Yeah. And he was like, it was your mother. So it was her mother that sent them into that little war with the wyvern.
I'm not saying anything.
Okay, fine.
I can't. It's hard. It's hard.
Okay, we're not going to talk about it. Moving on. But yeah, when I found that out, I was like, oh, shoot. So has Dane kind of been telling the truth? But anyways, yeah, just shut up.
I didn't say anything. Literally, my lips are sealed on that aspect.
Okay, good.
You really don't know everybody until the end. Everybody.
Okay. Let's go, Dane.
We love it.
Yeah. And then Xaden, Shadow Daddy, shows up, saves the day.
You already know.
Freaking love him. I just love him so much.
I don't think I found a book boyfriend character as good as Xaden. I mean, trust me. I'm not going to say who, but there have been some really close ones. And I don't know, because I'm like, maybe it is this one. And for the people who know, for Akatar, maybe Akatar is it, but I don't know. Xaden takes the cake for me.
Yeah, he's taking the cake. All right. I'm looking for a sweet treat. Sign me up for Xaden. I would like to snack on that. I would like to snack on that. Oh my God, reading their little scenes, I was like, I could not be more single in this moment. Like, I just love this for you guys.
You guys are showing out, but like, where's my Xaden?
Right. Truly. I was like, damn, maybe I should fast forward. But I was like, also, Violet, get it.
My virgin ears can't handle this.
Right. I was like, I don't even know what this is, what's happening. Like, never done this in my life before.
Wait, we should backtrack so we go back kind of through, because we're like jumping ahead to all the good stuff.
I know. This is so chaotic, but just so much has happened. Like,
it's chaotic.
It's unimaginable.
We're starting from the beginning. You're all in.
I know. I just like skipped to the end of part one because I just wrapped it up. I'm excited.
You're hot off the press.
I'm hot off the press, and I'm like, I gotta talk about this right now.
Okay, but wait, they start in the book in what's the name?
Basgayeth?
No, Xaden's place.
Oh, the house.
The city.
Erasha.
The book starts with they're in Erasha. They're in Xaden's house, and Brennan's alive.
Oh, yeah.
And
Brennan's
she's
alive.
like, excuse me, what happened? And he's like, hey, I've been alive this whole time. I couldn't.
Right. Oh, yeah. And she's like, has so many questions. And then he's like, oh, I got to scurry off and do something. And she's like, I just found out you're alive and you're trying to leave?
And then they basically have this whole, like, revolutionary leader, what is it, revolutionary city, I guess. Hidden. Yeah. And then they have all these leaders, and he's a part of it, and his name is not Brennan, or his last name is not Sorengale, it's whatever it is, I forgot.
Some long name.
Yeah, it's long. It's to basically hide who he is.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, okay, so these fables are right. Where are we? What are we doing? Like I said in the last podcast, why are we here?
Right. I'm just, how did we get here? How did we get here?
I mean, and it's like,
oh, his name is Lieutenant Connell. How do you?
I hate that. Colonel. It's Colonel.
Oh yeah, Colonel.
My granddad was
Spell
that.
it like that.
I don't know.
Like
My
that.
granddad
So
was
stupid.
a colonel, and every time I see it, I get fucked up in the head.
Me too. I was like,
Colonel.
colonial.
I know, colonel.
So he's
Colonel.
exactly. There's no R. So Lieutenant Colonel Azariah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't use it a lot because it's long. Basically shows up and she's like, hey, wait, hold up. What happened? How did you stay alive for 6 years? And then they're here and he's like, has this new name. They have this whole like, I don't want to say like board, but it's not a board, but like leadership council. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah. And so they have that and they're like discussing this predicament they're in and they're fighting and talking about Violet. She's not even there. And it's like, hold up, I'm here. And like you had the doors open. So, and then they just like kind of like fall into life in this place trying to figure out what to do. But all this shit goes down. You're all flustered because you just finished the fucking part 1 and you're like, what is going on?
No, I just am like, I'm having heart palpitations. Like, I need to be put in interrogation.
God. Or they decide to go back and they're going to basically start their second year and try to live out this lie of like, they got attacked by the Griffins. They had this fight. You know, Xaden's going to go to his post and then,
And then she just like reconnects with her friends. And then she has to, it's different. She has to lie and do all the things.
So they go back, start their second year, trying to act like things are normal, and they got attacked by these Griffins. They like were supposedly dead, but they're like, no. Yeah, and the wyvern. And then she like meets her friends again, whatever. But like, how annoying was Violet?
Violet was
me off.
so annoying. I was like, oh my God, she doesn't even deserve Xaden right now.
No, and she just wouldn't stop whining. And I was like, girl.
I know. I'm like, he's trying to protect you and do all the things. And you're just like, but you don't trust me. But you don't trust me. And I'm just like, Violet.
Fuck you. Truly, he doesn't need to give you all his trust. It's Xaden. Right. Let's go.
And like, you guys have only known each other. Like, you just found out. Let some time pass. Let it like
move on.
Yeah. Like, just be thankful you're alive.
I mean, bless, and he saved her, and he brought her to her brother. Like, hello, you're welcome.
Seriously, like, so ungrateful and just like whiny.
So I definitely struggled with her in this book in the beginning.
Yeah, she was very annoying in the beginning of the book. So it's second year. So we're getting the new first years. I have to go across the parapet.
Favorite place?
My favorite place. I'm about to go Fourth Wing themed birthday, and we're going to have to go across the parapet.
Yes. Can I come?
Duh.
I invited.
Duh. I'm gonna have to figure out like how to even build one. Like, where do we even travel to go to this place? Like,
do it like a thing in the pool so that you fall and you splash.
Yeah. So the first years are coming, and of course, who comes across the like coming up? Like, it's almost her turn. Liam's sister. Her name's Salone.
And did you expect her to hate her?
No, I did not expect the attitude. I was like, oh
no,
she's mad, she's upset.
I was like, that was one thing I was like, oh shit, like, okay, she's about to like be an enemy. Why?
Yeah, I know. I was like, dang, is she about to try and kill Violet? But then we find out that she's like not good at anything. Like, how did she here? Yeah. They're like, oh, she's not good at sparring, but is she good at threshing either? Who knows? Probably not. And then we also find that the king's son,
Eric, I will say a lot of these fantasy books that I've dove into, a
have
lot
weird
of them,
names.
they have weird spelling. So
Yeah.
in there, but it's like a weird spelling for like a normal name, like Eric. And then you think about, I have one in my book right now, Ethan. It's spelled with an I-T-H-A-N. So it looks weird,
Ew,
but
I
it's
hate that.
okay, but it's like it's a part of the
Yeah,
thing,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but there's a lot of names that they do that where I'm like, if I really say it, I'm like, oh, okay, like that says like Ethan or Eric.
Right.
Looks
At least they
dumb.
spelled, but Zayden spelled with an X. I get it, but also Zayden, you know.
You
It
can't.
works though. It
Yeah.
works. Yeah, so the king's son, he is going across the parapet. He's not supposed to be in the writer's quadrant, but we find out
He's
for good
there.
reason why he is, and I love it. Team
Eric.
Eric.
We're saying Eric.
Yeah.
But then they basically figure out like, okay, so we have to act like everything's normal, but then we have to figure out how to make a wardstone work for the greater fight that there is, right?
The what?
The wardstone.
What's Wardstone? Are
Did
you
I
talking
jump
about
too
the right
far?
book?
Yeah. You don't know about the wardstone not working?
What's that?
Okay, so then fuck me. Okay, wait. Hold on.
No, we're just talking. Oh,
Part 1, her whole thing is to figure out how to make a wardstone work.
it's not a Warstone. It's like
Ward.
War. Oh, I thought you were saying.
Stone.
Why are you yelling?
It's fucking like, I'm not crazy. I know what I'm talking about. I literally wrote it in my notes.
You
Do
finish your
you
thought.
know the goal?
I just feel
You're
like
You're distressed.
I am. There's just so much to talk about. And I just am like thinking back, oh my God, there is one part where I just like almost started crying. This is going to be like the most chaotic, out of order episode. But I just, when
did you start
oh my
crying?
God, I'm so upset with Nolan too.
Oh my God, he's a little bitch. And he was her friend. Well, quote
Yeah.
unquote friend.
Yeah. Finish your thought about the.
Okay. So they came back. They're trying to act normal, and all the while trying to figure out how to make a wardstone operate because they have that inoperable wardstone in Arethea. How you say that? Aracia. I'm so bad. And so she's basically secretly doing that while still in her second year, acting like she doesn't know anything.
Right.
And it's like, okay. But then she finds some good allies on the way there or along the way.
I know. Finally, she lets her friends in, but she like has to because Zayden gives her a dagger that is for Wyvern, and Varish is always checking her stuff. So
you are all over the
I'm
place.
stressed.
Okay, wait. Okay, so she's looking for the inoperable wardstone. And remember, they go back and basically Zayden is
yeah, he's got to go somewhere else. He gets stationed somewhere else, and then they get to see each other every 7 days
because of the mating bond with the dragons.
Yeah, which they're supposed to see each other at least every 3 days, but they like pushed it out, and I'm just like, you guys are so annoying.
Yep. Then they have a new professor for the battle brief, right? And she seems kind of like she could be good, she could be bad. We don't know.
Yeah.
But things are weird with her and Rhee.
I know. And I honestly,
it's Violet.
I know she's so annoying. I'm like, if I was Violet, I would have just confided in Rhee. Like, Rhee is a ride or die.
Yes. Like, why?
But I get that Zayden was like, okay, don't tell anybody. But took her a long time. Rhee knew something was up, but I'm glad she included Sawyer in
Riddick.
Yeah. Oh, also, I am really liking Imogen. She's stepping it up. I'm here for her. Yeah.
Yes.
And I just am liking the little friendship that her and Violet are creating.
Yeah. And don't forget about Yesenia. Together.
Oh yeah, Yesenia she's a ride or die.
She is such a pivotal person in this.
Yes.
book.
And I'm like honestly getting a little anxious. Like is Yesenia, did she come with them to Erasia?
I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, don't tell me.
Because this is part 1.
I know. So what else happens in part 1?
Okay, and Darna, who is
And
now a
Darna.
little toddler or an adolescent
Oh my
with her
God.
little attitude.
I freaking love Andarna. That would be my dragon. Like, I would want to bond with her. She's so cute. She's so funny. And I love her little new toddler attitude.
It really reminds me of my life. And then Taryn is just like insufferable with her. You just can't do it with her.
I freaking love it. He's like, go back to sleep. He's like, is this about me?
Don't tell me what to do.
To do.
I just can't wait for you to finish part 2 because like she is also a character. So this book definitely has a ton of character progression, and she's
Yes.
a big one that progresses because like she is very
Homegirl.
special.
And she's been asleep for God knows how long at this point. I'm like, is she going to wake up?
Sleep.
I feel like she's going to wake up and be a Terran.
I don't know. We'll see.
But there's just so much that has happened throughout part 1. Like, I just don't even know what to talk about.
So let's talk about when she basically can't where Varnish what's the word? Punishes her because Andarna doesn't come to practice.
Right.
And how terrible.
Dude, I cannot stand that guy. Like, he's the worst. And basically almost kills Violet because she is just striking lightning. What was it, like 32 times?
Yeah.
And she's scalding hot. She's got like a sunburn. And I just am like, how has this not reached chain of command? Like, how does her mother not know this? And it's so crazy that he was a part of General Sorrengel's team and he was just treating her daughter like a bag of shadoob.
Shit.
Literally. Like, after her, because Andarna didn't show up. You know, dragons don't answer to humans, okay?
That's what I don't get. Like, why does he not get that? She doesn't control her dragons. She can put a little mind in there, but that's it.
Yeah. And remember that time in the book where Taryn had his dragon by the throat? And I was like, go, Taryn, go, Taryn, go.
How great.
That's my boy. That's my guy.
Yes. He is there to like
Protect
fuck up somebody's life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. And I was here for it. I was just like, just end it. Taryn, just do it. I don't even care.
If that dragon dies, you know who else dies.
Varish. I'm like, go ahead. But he was like, I'm setting the tone. Like, you're going to listen to me. And not him making Varish get on his knees and apologize. I was so dead. I was like,
I forgot about that. It was like the best. We needed that.
It really was. And I was like, oh my God, go off Taryn. He was not playing around.
He was like, don't mess with my little toddler. Don't mess with my girl.
Yeah.
This is my shit. Yeah. I own everybody.
And I will F yours up real quick.
Real fast.
When General Sorrengel decides to come at the end, and she was like, if I would have known, I would have come sooner. Like, how did you not know?
I will say, the character progression is real. And
I know.
Part 2, people change. I'm not saying for better or for worse because...
Well, I really thought, I almost thought Violet was going to die. But
what about the Liam part? That's such a big part.
I loved when Liam came back and he was like in her subconscious, like helping her through the interrogation. Okay, so they figure out about the journals. And so they all conspire with each other to go steal them. And Eric, only a person that
of the bloodline
of the king can do it. And so Eric, he already knows what's going on. And so he agrees to help out. And so they do that. But then, so Violet goes to send Xaden off. And then, of course, Nolan comes out of nowhere, poisons her.
Yeah. This potion shit pisses me off.
I know. And I just am surprised because I remember the first time, because they did it when they got interrogated and they were like, oh no, don't drink this. And then I guess it was covered in the lemonade that she had.
Yeah, why would you drink the lemonade?
Exactly.
Don't
But she
drink
thought,
the lemonade.
but she thought she could trust Nolan, but Nolan is a sneaky little butthead.
Bitch.
So in interrogation, she wakes up and they're questioning her. They're trying to break her.
A lot.
And yes. And
They do
then
break her. Let's be honest.
they do. Yeah.
Like,
breaking
physically,
bones.
yeah.
Yeah. I remember when she was like, oh, he dislocated my pinky. He broke my pinky. I was like, oh, he's not playing. Because she
No.
stole, well, her and her little posse and Arik. We've been saying that wrong. It's Arik. I knew it wasn't Eric, but
You were, when we said it yesterday, your like face was like, but I was
no.
like,
Yeah, I was like,
that's how I read it.
I'll go along with it. I'll play along.
Whatever. I'm not the best pronouncer.
It's fine. I mean, these are weird words. Yeah, Arik, he helped the posse steal the journals, and then Violet gets caught, and she's in interrogation. Nolan's like, how did you get the journal? Just tell us. What are you planning? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, not telling you. Barish freaking annihilates her.
Yeah, because he's a cunt.
Yeah.
And then Liam shows up to push her through.
Yeah. And oh my God, I was like so sad that there was one part in the book where I just wanted to cry.
Was it that time?
Well, there was a couple of times.
I was gonna say, there's a lot of things that happened that made me want to cry.
Did you cry?
No, I don't cry. I really don't cry at books. It's like My Sister's Keeper. I didn't even cry at that book. But there are a lot of good, like, you know how they have the AI like things on Instagram of like scenes of these characters. There's a lot of good ones of that scene with him, like with her, and it makes my heart melt. I love Liam, and
me too.
I'm so glad he came back. And even though he's not back, he was back, and I love him.
In the subconscious, he's back.
Yes, and he saved her. Really, he got her through that.
She was like, "Please stay with me," and he's like, "I'm not going anywhere." I was like,
Liam.
I love you, Liam. Baby, come back. Baby, come back to me.
Wait. I looked at my notes, and I literally have Major Varish equals ew.
Ew. Yeah. I hope it was EWWWW. Ew.
It was all caps EWW. Ew.
Ew.
He doesn't even deserve the long drawn out. Ew.
No. We love Liam.
I really do. I mean, it would be great if he came back in Onyx Storm. I mean,
I know. You brought Jack Barlow back
literally.
of all people.
Literally.
Of all people.
And he doesn't get any better. I'm just going to say
great. That. Dang, I thought he was going to get better because he saved Violet.
Nope. He said, now we're even.
Oh, yeah. Shoot.
Right?
I wonder if he went with them to Erasia.
No.
Don't tell me.
Oh. You were confusing me.
Oh.
I thought you meant the first time.
No. Like this time. Oh. Don't tell me.
I won't.
Don't spoil.
It's going to be so nice for the next episode because
when we can really deep dive.
You're going to know everything I know, and I don't have to hold back any knowledge or facial expression.
I'm trying to find in the book where Xaden said some really cute stuff.
Oh, some quote actions?
Yeah. There's nowhere in existence you could go that I wouldn't find you, remember? Heartthrob.
Let me just pile on the floor.
Seriously, I'm in a puddle. I love Xaden. Oh, another one. This one, it almost took me out. Xaden, he's like, the good, the bad, the unforgivable, all of it, I am yours. His arm wraps around the small of my back, holding me steady and close. You want to know something true, something real? I love you. I'm in love with you. I have been since the night the snow fell in your hair and you kissed me for the first time. I'm grateful my life is tied to yours because it means I won't have to face a day without you in it. My heart only beats as long as yours does. And when you die, I'll meet Malik at your side. It's a damned good thing that you love me too because you're stuck with me in this life and every other that could possibly follow.
That's a good highlight. Did you highlight all that?
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a vow right there.
Maybe I'm about to go back and highlight it in my hard copy.
Right? Oh my God. I'm like, Xaden, talk that talk, walk that walk.
Just be mine.
Literally.
Let's be honest.
I'm only dating somebody if their name is Zayden. Like, if your name's not Zayden, don't even look at me. Don't talk to me. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. God, kidding.
Not for the most common.
Seriously, I don't think I know any Zaydens. So, God, I'm just joking if
But
you're listening. But, like, also, if you find a Zayden, send him my way. If he's talking like this, if he looks like that, he's acting like, and if he has a dragon.
he can get it.
Yeah. He's number one on my list. We got to talk about when they are about to leave and the general shows up. Hello.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Wait, General who? General Soaringale?
Yes. Remember when she shows up when...
Oh, and she's basically like, do you want to do this?
Yeah.
What happened? And basically Violet's like, I'm going back to this college and I'm going to tell everybody what you're doing and I'm going to get everyone who wants to come to come.
Did she really do that?
She goes to the college and she was like, this is what they're doing. And then that's when they all get the whole pack of people to go. You kill me.
Oh, also, can we talk about Rhiannon and how she is a
squad leader.
A squad leader. Go, Rhi.
I mean, that happened so long ago, too. Why did we not talk about that?
We didn't even talk about that. I told you this episode's going to be chaotic all over the place, but if you know, you know.
But it's so good, too, because, like, I loved that it wasn't Violet, because obviously you think in like typical books, it's like you expect Violet to be that leader, that person, you know, she's going to kind of be that leader. But then the fact that Rhi gets it, you're like, okay, wait, that was a great call. That was a great leader. And she's the one who can still play by the book, but still be about the cause, where Violet can go rogue and do whatever she needs to do to win, to kill these Venom.
Right.
So.
And then, we didn't even talk about, remember when did we even talk about the group interrogation?
Yes.
We did?
Yes.
When the group got interrogated?
Yes.
And they had to we did not talk about that.
Yes, because that's when they had their battle, like the RSC or whatever it's called, like the acting like the real life
yeah, we didn't
survival.
Talk about that. When they all four went to the room. When they all went to the room.
Yes. Okay, well, maybe I talked out of my brain, but I'm pretty sure we did.
I don't remember talking about it.
You remember you said that the dragon came to kill the guy. We didn't really talk about it. We just, like, you briefed over it because you were like...
I was having a day yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm still having a day. It's still chaotic up in here.
Yeah, so they got their heads covered. They got taken out into the middle of the forest or wherever, and they're like, basically, you have no powers with your dragons, like, survive. And there are other unbonded dragons and bonded dragons from the other team are wandering, so beware.
This is when they had the infantry quadrant, and they had a scribe, and they had a healers.
Yes.
And dang, somebody else died.
2 people, because
one ran, but because Violet saved someone.
Yeah,
it was Thomas. Was that his name? And he was like, oh, what was the one that she saved? And he was like, I think it was
you're right.
Yeah. He was like, I owe you my life. Like, I'm indebted to you. And you are.
And she was like,
you're welcome.
Listen, don't run away from the dragon.
Right. And then who actually died?
Someone got blown away by the dragon.
Yeah.
Or it was 2 people.
Oh, it was something that starts with a D.
Danik? No,
Darian. It was a girl. I think it was a girl. Shoot.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Name. Obviously. Oh,
too many characters.
Doesn't matter because she's dead.
She's dead.
She shouldn't have ran away from the dragon.
Yes. And then they had where the 4 of them had to go into interrogation, and they have that water again, like they try and poison them again so they can't
talk to their
connect with their dragons, but they don't drink it because
they're
Violet,
smart.
Yeah, because Violet's like, oh God, guys, this is the same stuff. And so they tell their little secrets, and they never break, and they end up escaping because Nolan did help them out that time.
Yes.
Because he had to come and heal Violet.
Yeah, and he tries to prove himself as good, but...
Yeah, and then he effed it up.
Later. That's when he basically kind of gave it away that he has been trying to heal Jack.
Yes. And who's the one... Oh, another revelation? Bodhi. He can counter signets.
How great.
So great, because he stops Professor Carr. And Bodhi's like, maybe you taught us a little too well. And that was so funny. And then Professor DeVera, she's like, we won't stop you. So Professor DeVera knew what was going on the whole time. And she was like, okay, I'm on your side. Like, I'm going with y'all. And I was like, come on, Professor. And so it was like a huge riot. And there's 200 dragons, 101 riders, nearly half the quadrant. That's just like, peace. Let's circle back because I want to talk about, because I feel like the conversation with Violet and her mom was really good. Okay, so remember, so her mom was like, when you have children, we can discuss like this, like you'll understand. And Violet's always thinking about others. And she's like, what about their children? And she was like, I threw you into the writer's quadrant for a reason. And so her mom also doesn't know that Brennan's alive because she kept saying like, I already lost one child, keeping the border safe. I wasn't willing to lose another one. She's like, and then she was basically saying, why do you think I forced you into the writer's quadrant? And Violet's like, because you don't like scribes. And she was like, the love of my life was a scribe. And she goes, I put you into the writer's quadrant so you'd have a shot at surviving. And then I called in the favor from Ryerson. So then I was like, oh my God.
I can't wait for you to read more.
I know. So I'm wondering if Violet's going to bring that up to Ryerson and be like, is that why you're in love with me? Because like my mom basically told you to protect me and then you just fell for me, or what?
Well, that's something that then you haven't gotten there yet, but she definitely holds against him, I think, as well, which is annoying. It's interesting listening to you say this now because I've only read it once, and I definitely plan on doing rereads before the third book comes out.
Yeah.
Because knowing what I know now, which I'm not going to enlighten you until Wednesday, knowing what I know now, that is a huge conversation.
Yeah.
It tells a lot about what's about to come, and obviously I only know because I know it's going to come, but you don't. So like really hone in on that conversation.
Yeah.
And any readers that are reading along with Chelle, definitely hone in on that conversation.
Yeah. And then Violet was like, you knew about this? And she was like, I discovered it after the fact, but yes. And I was just like, what are we doing? What's going on?
So many questions.
I know. And so many questions. So my head is spinning. I'm stressed. I feel I'm about to put up a chart. I'm making a chart. I'm going to go get.
That's actually valid. It really is.
I need a freaking chart because I'm like, all these places, all these people, all these dragons. I'm like, I can't even keep up. I thought I was reading a Lucy Foley book at first because she always has so many characters. I was like, damn. And then I'm like, once I read something, I'm like, forgot that.
That's like, I read these in January and I'm like, wait. Oh, yeah. Gotta do the clip notes.
This is why I have to take notes. But then I'm like, taking notes, it also makes me enjoy the book less because I'm like focusing on like notes. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. So it's just like a hard balance.
I think you should keep continuing to take notes because there is something that Rebecca Yarros calls out, and I'm not going to say what about it is, but she said there is something that you'll learn at the end of the book that we don't know yet at the end of the book about Violet that she said is talked about in Iron Flame. Like it's there. So any notes that you feel the need to take or whatever, you definitely should, because that's something like I want to reread to kind of see if I know. Again, I'm waiting until the other book comes out because then I'll just forget. But there's something we find out about Violet that we know she has, but we don't know what it is. And we won't until probably Out Next Storm or whatever. But Rebecca Yarros did say it's there. It's talked about. So
so everybody good. I know, but finally, we didn't even talk about how Xaden, what is it? Samora?
Oh, where he's at.
Yeah, where he is stationed. They got attacked and he almost died.
Yes, I actually thought about that like 5 minutes ago, and you were in a thought, and I didn't think about to say anything. But
thank you. And Devara, Professor Devara is the one that like did a little neck scratch, and Violet left, and
she was like, I gotta go.
She just left, and that was pivotal for their relationship.
Yes, because Taryn was like, Sagal, like, excuse me, like,
Her name is Sigel.
Sigel.
There's chaos at Best
Sigel,
Guy.
are you okay? I gotta check. So then they did use that against Violet, like as something for her not to get as much trouble as like
Yeah.
letting Taryn's emotions cloud her judgment or whatever.
Right.
Even though, let's be honest, I would have done the same.
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't believe we almost lost Satan. I would have lost it. I would have stopped reading the book. And so Whitley.
No.
Oh. I was like, you're making faces. You're making.
I know. Okay.
I'll freak out.
Okay. Stop saying comments because there are things that I could just say and I'm not going to.
Okay. We're not talking about it anymore. We're ending this, sister, right here, right now. No.
Okay. But okay. So you finished part 1. What are your thoughts for part 2? What do you think's about to happen? Really bring like half of the college.
Yeah. So I have started part 2 and
Well,
let me
we'll
just tell
talk about
you.
it.
I know, but let me just tell you about it. Things are getting steamy.
Well, finally. Right? Because you're like, Violet, come on. And then
Well,
finally.
it did get steamy in the first part because they did end up doing the deed. And I was like, fine. Well, I can't decide if part 2, they're going to go to war or the revolution's going to happen or if that's going to be the third book. What is it called? Onyx?
Onyx Storm.
Onyx Storm.
Well, I'm not telling you yes or no.
You're not telling me. Don't tell me.
Just
so,
predictions.
Well, actually, okay, so I think other stations are going to find out about what's happening at Basgiath, and they're going to make their decision on if they want to go to Aracia or stay with General Sorrengail's clan.
Okay.
And I'm thinking Mira is going to come to Aracia. I'm hoping if she's smart. Yeah, and then I think so I feel like Aracia is going to become like the new Basgiath and they're just going to like be getting ready for this revolution that's about to come.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm not saying yes or no.
We'll see. Cuz I think I've only read one chapter of part 2 and they're just getting nasty.
Yeah, so part 2 has a lot, just like part 1. So definitely take your notes.
I'm gonna I will be taking my notes.
Yes,
there's more. Is she gonna die?
No.
Who's dying? I don't even want to know. When's the war? I can't even handle this.
Oh, it's okay. You have so much to read.
Okay, well, that is a wrap on part 1 of Iron Flame. Thanks again for being here, Whit.
Love it.
You are just becoming a staple in Today's Booked at this point.
How about it? This is fun. And that is my favorite book. So, I mean, I love books, so I'll talk about any book.
Okay. Good. Because don't forget, we're starting the Today's Booked virtual book club, and our book is 7 Summers by Paige Toon. So make sure you join the book club. The link is in the Instagram bio, and it's going to be through the Geneva app. And make sure you're following Whitley at
Books with Whit.
Books.with. Yes. So follow Whitley on books.with.wit. And make sure you're following Today's Booked as well. Yeah, so excited for book club and for part 2 of Iron Flame, which will be out June 10th. The date of the virtual book club will be discussed via the app, so you have to join and you'll get all the deets. Remember,
today is booked
and tomorrow isn't looking good either.